welcome. I'm Kat Miller and I'm super excited to share this with you because I've been thinking about this all week and it's come up for me so many times this week. And if you're a coach or a service provider or consultant and you want to scale up your business, you're probably doing a lot of things in your business right now, right? You're probably doing a lot of posting, you're probably doing a lot of emails, you're probably doing a lot of research, maybe hanging out on Facebook groups, maybe you're writing blogs. There's a lot of activity as a business owner. But the question is it getting you clients consistently? Is what you're doing getting you clients consistently? And if it's not, what do we need to do differently to get different results? So in this video, I'm sharing with you the most important thing you can do this week to level up your business. Level up means different things to different people. So think about, what does level up mean to you? What does level up your business mean to you? For a lot of my clients, they want to scale up their business to what I call your freedom figure. And your freedom figure is the amount of money that you want to get every single month. That means that you have freedom. You never have to work in a job ever again. And once you've developed a strategy and the skills to get your freedom figure, whether that's 10K a month, 15K a month, 20K a month, I'm not sure what it is for you, then you can have that impact that you really want to make in the world because you're free to develop the skills in your business and you become masterful at it. So level up for some people means upskilling in their sales, their marketing, their presenting, their copywriting, whatever skill it is. Level up for some people means actually leaving their job and going full-time in their business. For some people, leveling up means that they are bringing on a new team member or creating a funnel or a system. What is it that level up means to you? What does level up your business mean to you? Pop it in the comments. Thanks those of you who are here. Just pop in the comments. What does leveling up your business look like for you? What is your next level? What's the next thing that you want to achieve in your business? So it's important that we get clear on what that is, and I'm going to share with you the most impactful thing that you can do to level up. Now I want you to think about this. There are things that you need to do in your business right now that you don't know how to do. Right? All of us have things in our business that we don't know how to do. There are things that you're stuck on right now, and there are things that you're stuck on that someone else knows how to do. And we can all waste so much time trying to figure out things on our own. And I've come up against some things recently that I have been really stuck on, and something that I couldn't believe that I did is I was really struggling with this Facebook ad and I couldn't get it to get accepted. It would keep going back into the ad kept getting rejected, and for some reason I didn't reach out to a business group that I've paid for lifetime membership for. I just didn't even think to reach out to them. And then I finally did. I said, I really need help on this. I've been trying everything, trying to figure it out on my own. And they came back to me with the answer. And I just thought, wow, isn't that interesting how much I tried to figure that out on my own when I could actually reach out and ask for help and got it. And I'm in 2 business masterminds groups, and another one, I've been in it for 2 years. It just came up for renewal at the start of this month. And I was thinking about whether I wanted to stay in it. And I was thinking, as it came up to the expiry date, I was like, wow, if I haven't locked that in, what am I going to do when I get stuck? I mean, I've got a coach, but what this program gives very specific business advice. And I just suddenly had this feeling like fear coming up, knowing that it was coming to the end. And I thought, oh, I've done 2 solid years. I've got a lot out of it. And as soon as that feeling started coming up, I was like, wow, if I am not giving myself certainty that I have someone that I can call on when I get stuck in business, a structure that I can lean on, who has done exactly what I want to do, when I noticed that emotion, I was like, right, I'm just paying for it. And I just put another $3,000 on it. And I just thought, what is that worth? To have that certainty that someone can help us through those things that we're stuck on. Because what usually happens is that when we don't know how to do something, we stop doing it, we go and do something else, right? And we go on to do something else. And there are things that have been holding us back for a long time because we've got stuck, whether it's somewhere in our funnel or somewhere in our sales process, or maybe it's something to do with our website or Facebook ad. And this has been happening to people recently who have reached out to me also. I've had 3 people reach out to me this week and say, I need your feedback. And I don't know if you know this, but something I do besides like my accelerator program and my momentum membership is I just help people make over their content and make over their website. And one lady just said, I need 2 sessions. One of them is for you to help me with my website. I just need a full overview, an overhaul of it. So we did a 90-minute session on that. And the other thing she needed was a social media strategy. And we just did a 90-minute session on that. And she's away laughing. So she was very stuck on those things, didn't know how to move forward, and needed expertise on her business. There was also another lady who reached out to me and said, I don't know why I'm not getting clients. And I looked at her branding and it is impeccable. She's beautiful. Her photos are beautiful. She's in every single platform. It looks amazing. But as I started to go through it, it was just an hour makeover. I realized that her messaging is not clear. She's trying to reach too many people and she's missing them. And so I could just see exactly what her problem was. And so she could have kept just churning out content and it wouldn't have hit, because ultimately she hasn't stepped back and crafted exactly who her ideal client is and their specific pain points. So she's being super vague. Like she was saying things like, you'll know how to master your mindset. You'll know how to there's a word she used that is just such a common life coach word. Oh, you'll know how to reach your ultimate potential. And this kind of language, it doesn't work. It doesn't land with people. It needs to be a specific problem and solution. And because of sometimes our unwillingness to look beyond ourselves and what we know, we can miss opportunities all the time to grow. So change in your business and change in your life, it's always got to be preceded by awareness of something you haven't seen in yourself up to that point. And this is the thing I really want you to get. You cannot change what you cannot see. You cannot change what you cannot see. You might know what to do, but you haven't seen how to actually apply it in your business. So a lot of people say to me, I know what I should be doing. I know that I need to be doing more content. I know that I need to be improving my copywriting skills. I know I need to be doing more videos, but you don't have those clear steps of exactly what to do, like the formula. And I was just talking to my inner circle group before. Oh, hey Trish, great to see you on here. Trish is in the program, and we were talking about when you've got a formula, it overcomes fear. You overcome fear with a formula. When you've got the steps and you know how to apply those big picture principles, like send emails, the things that we know that we should be doing in business, but we're not taking action on it. Often it's because we haven't seen exactly what to do and how to apply it in our own personal business. A lot of us want to transform things in our business, but before the transformation, there needs to come a recognition that something's broken, and specifically what's broken. And because you can't see yourself, you don't know what you look like to others, which was interesting when I was doing this website makeover and I was looking at her LinkedIn and her Facebook and her Instagram. I could see so many things that she was doing. I could see all the holes. It's one of my genius zones, or whatever you want to call it. One of the things that I can see is quickly pick up where people are going wrong. So we can't see what others see. You can't, think about it like this. You eat a salad, right, at let's say 1 o'clock. You eat a salad for lunch at a cafe with some friends, and then you go and get your nails done, and then you go to Coles and you do all these things, and you get home, let's say 6 p.m., and you look in the mirror and there's like a big piece of kale in your teeth. Has anyone had that happen to them? And between 1 o'clock and 6 o'clock, you've talked to maybe 12 people. And you think, why did not someone tell me, right? But you can't see it unless you pull out a mirror. You can't see it. I heard about a really influential leader who said, I want to ask the question of the people that I lead, what's it like to be on the other side of me? What's it like to be on the other side? And that's a good question. Have you ever thought about what's it like to be on the other side of you? What's it like to be on the other side of you? Hey, welcome those of you who have joined. Hey, just pop in the comments. What's your next level in business? What is it that you want to level up? I would love to know. What's your next goal? What's the next goal that you want to kick? Do you want to grab do you want to up level in your income, in your impact? Do you want to do a podcast? Do you want to hire a team member? Do you want to hit 10K months consistently? What is your next level? Pop it in the comments. If you're watching the replay, pop a hashtag replay and just pop that in there. And just give me some engagement as well, because that really helps with the algorithm. If any of you do Facebook Lives, you'll understand that it's the engagement that really helps. So if you can give me some love, I would really super appreciate it. Thank you. Just give me a like or a love or a comment on there. And I just want to know, what's your next level? So because we all have blind spots, because we don't know what it's like to be on the other side of ourselves. We don't know what it's like to deal with us. We don't know what it's like to have a conversation with us. Like, yeah, we've been on we've watched ourselves on video, maybe we see ourselves in the mirror, but we actually don't know what it's like to be our friend or our coach or whatever role that we're playing. And some people might say, like we've got Trish on here. Trish is a parenting coach, and so Trish helps parents with big picture parenting. And what Trish and I were chatting about tonight is the fact that a lot of parents don't have a plan for their parenting. They don't have a parenting plan, and so they might say, "Oh, well, I'm a great parent." But how do you know? You've never parented yourself. Or they might say, my marriage is good, but how do you know? You've not been married to yourself. So if you're going to transform your business, you need to see things differently to how you see them now. How you see yourself now is not how other people see us. We see ourselves differently. And think about this. Every moment of every day, our brain gets bombarded with information, right? Which we process, and this becomes our perception and our experience. But I remember learning on my NLP training that we have coming into our system approximately 11, I think it was 11 million bits of information per second coming through. And I just could not get my head around that. I don't know if you can even try and fathom 11 million bits of information. Apparently, like, it changes how much that actually is, but it's millions of bits of information. But our brain can only process, as a processing unit, it can only process around 126 bits of information. So we've got 11 million bits coming in, and our brain can only process 126. So how do we decide? So they described it like, imagine there's this big pile of matches and there's 11 million matches. I can't even fathom that, but imagine there's this a big field full of 11 million matches, and your brain in a second or a millisecond just pulls out the 126. And so you think about how many are left, like 10,890 something bits of information are left that your brain didn't pull out. And if you pulled out 126 and left all the other 10 million odd, and then I pulled out my 126, they're going to be different bits of information, right? Based on our beliefs, our experiences, our upbringing, our filters, our perception of reality, what's important to us. And that's why you buy like a nice top, and then you go and see that top everywhere in the shops, everywhere you go. So the odds are that you're going to pick up different bits of information to someone else. And so when you think about how much we're missing out, how much we're not seeing, how much we're not experiencing, it's crucial as business owners that we know the tasks to pull out of all the tasks that we could be doing in business that are going to have the greatest impact. We need to know the tasks that are going to have the greatest impact, and we can't usually see that. The challenge is we can't see it ourselves. We need someone else from the outside to actually show it to us. Because how do we differentiate the tasks that are high impact and low impact? Well, the first thing we need to decide what impact means. So you want to base your income on your impact on your goals. If your goals are like your monthly goals or your quarterly goals, you might have a monthly income goal or a quarterly income goal. So knowing which tasks to do in your business, which of those out of the hundreds of things that you could be doing, which are going to bring the most income. And then you might say, well, the world is really hurting right now, and I want to help as many people as I can. So I'm going to park that for now, and I'm going to serve more people. Maybe that's your priority right now. Like, all of us have a different priority. But if increasing your income is a priority right now, which some people think, oh, it's either increasing my income or it's helping people, they actually go together. You can't increase your income without helping people. And if you're charging what you're worth, you can't help people without increasing your income. They go together because business is about providing value. And if what you do genuinely improves the quality of someone's life, then the more impact you make, the more income. They go together. And so there's nothing wrong with having income as a priority, because that's a direct reflection of how many people you're serving and helping. And it's also important that if income is a priority, that marketing and sales are the most important activities you can be doing. And by marketing, I don't mean making your brand colors pretty. I don't mean fluffing about on Canva, lining up every photo. I don't mean writing a blog for 3 hours but not actually driving any traffic to that blog so only your mum and your best friend read it. Like, those are not impact driven activities, and we can all get stuck in those things because the brain loves the path of least resistance. So often those 126 bits of information it pulls from the 11 million bits are the easy things, the safe things, the comfortable things, right? But if you're not good at sales and marketing, the priority is skill acquisition on those two things. Improving your marketing and sales skills has to become a top priority until you're getting a return on your investment of the time that you're putting in. The lady that I was working with before this afternoon, she was sharing that she is getting a lot of leads coming in, and she actually has to turn her ads off, but she's not converting them. So I said to her, your priority has to be sales right now, sales conversations. We cannot keep pulling people in if you don't know how to convert, if your conversion rate's too low. So just stop the marketing and focus on sales. But if you're not getting any, like if you look at your calendar right now, if you grabbed your phone out and you looked at the next week or two, how many sales conversations have you got booked in? If you don't have enough sales calls booked in order to meet your monthly income target, then that's got to be priority, is marketing, client attraction, lead generation. That's got to be your priority, and not the things that are just passive things, but things that are directly going to lead to people booking into your calendar. So often we don't see this ourselves, right? So we don't see what we don't see. So my question to you is, whose eyes are currently on your business showing you the most important things to do? Because if you're not experienced in business, or you haven't hit 10K months consistently, for example, do you want the opinion of friends around your business? Or do you want people who have successfully done what you want to do looking at your business? I'm sure you've done business courses before, but if your business is not where you want it to be, it's not just that you're not applying what you've learned. Here's the distinction. People think, oh, I learned all this stuff, I'm just not doing it. That's not it. The reason you're not where you want to be is you don't know exactly how to apply it to your business right now. You don't know the next steps, because otherwise you'd be doing them. So there is something missing. And if you're not leveling up, you don't know the exact steps that are going to make the most impactful actions that are going to give you the results that you want. There's a quote that I love. It says, we can't see the picture when we're inside the frame. We can't see the picture when we're inside the frame. We can't see the kale in our teeth when we're looking at someone else. So The most important thing you can do this week to level up your business is to get an expert's perspective, is to get someone's eyes on your business. It's the fastest thing. If you think about it, the businesses that scale up fast, it's because they have strapped themselves to a fast moving vehicle of someone who knows what they're doing or company that knows what they're doing, and they are not reinventing the wheel and trying to figure it all out themselves. And that is how you grow your business and scale your business fast. So if you're stuck in your business right now, the way to speed up your business right now is to reach out to someone who can help you with that thing that you're stuck on, the most impactful thing related to your most impactful goal. And whether that's an income goal or an impact goal or both, it's essential for leveling up, is to get someone's eyes on your business that has done what you need to do. It's called Standing on the Shoulders of Giants. I had this cassette series when I was a teenager called Standing on the Shoulders of Giants. I don't know if anyone else had that, but it was like Les Brown and some of these motivational speakers. And I remember that concept just clicking with me and going, yeah, if someone else has done it, I can do it too, but I need help. I can't just try and figure it out myself. And so I've invested, I think, around $145,000 now on education, and that is the single thing that's given me success. There's no way that I'd be full time earning six figures in my business a year if I hadn't have reached out and got expert help directly on my business. And so if you want to level up your business to 10K months or more consistently, not just as a one-off, but consistently, there's a strategy to that. But you can't learn that strategy if no one's ever shown you exactly what to do before. It requires a willingness to get an expert's perspective on your business, because your business is unique. And once you know the strategy, you stop wondering where your clients are going to come from, and you start getting predictable results, which is what we need in business. We don't want to just be trialing and erroring all the time. Of course, there are going to be things that don't work. There are always risks in business of things that don't work, but why not get a strategy that you know someone else has used over and over with many people and it works. And the good thing is there is help available everywhere. And if you aren't already plugged into an expert, there's so many different options for you now, especially with technology and the way that you can connect into people from all over the world. I've got a client in Africa. She's amazing, and she's a business coach. She's actually doing a retreat online, and when I was chatting with her the other day, she was sharing that her goal is, I think it's more than 2 times my goal. Like, she has an enormous goal for her next year. But the thing is, when you have a strategy, like, I know that my strategy works because when you've done it and you've proven it and it's reliable and you can trust in it and you see the evidence of it, then it's repeatable. It becomes a repeatable system. You don't have to keep trying all these different things. And there's many different ways that you can work with mentors. You can obviously do it in a group environment, which can be really powerful. You can do it one-on-one. What I want to offer, if you are in Sydney, is that I have an event coming up in Sydney, but I know a lot of you aren't. So if you do want just a conversation to get some expert eyes on your business this week, just reach out, just private message me, just send me a message and say, hey, can we chat? And we'll just have a chat. We'll just have a free conversation and see if there's specific things that you need help with right now. But if you are in Sydney and if you want to level up your business, I got together with my one of my business masterminds, which is, we call ourselves the Success Inner Circle, and we decided to create an event teaching the strategy. And together we've delivered over 8,500 coaching sessions between us, and we've run over 300 events between us. So we know how to attract clients consistently, and based on our experience of all of that, we've designed an exact action plan that you can use to scale your business systematically. And so we are running an event on the 19th of June, sharing how you can sign up your ideal clients consistently with a proven, reliable system. So if you're in Sydney, I'll just pop the link in the comments right now. And we're going to be showing you how to get the right clients into your business using the right language. So making sure that your messaging is correct, making sure that you're speaking to the subconscious mind, which is the most powerful way that people make decisions. We're going to guide you through a step-by-step process that you can use straight away, which we call the Level Up Marketing Plan. So you know exactly what to do after the event. I think the thing that's one of the most powerful things about this event is we're limiting the numbers. It's in person, and we're actually going to be looking at your business. So it's not just sitting there learning information all day. You're actually going to be taking action on the day with expert eyes on your business. And we're also not selling anything, so it's like no fluff, there's no hype. We're just sharing it, pure valuable content all day. So I'm just popping that in the comments now. If you've got any questions, just pop them in the chat box. Oh, not the chat box. I've just been on Zoom, in the comments box, and we would love to see you there. If you're not in Sydney, please just reach out with me and have a chat. Business is too hard to do alone, to just try and figure these things out. You cannot see what other people see in you. And by having that feedback, that expert feedback, can be an absolute game changer for you. So I'd love to see you if you're in Sydney. Otherwise, just reach out and let's have a chat. Let's see where you're stuck and where I can help you move forward. So thanks for being here. Thanks, Trish. Look forward to seeing you there. Bye for now, everybody. Take care. Bye. Love you guys.